Greetings. This is Rabbi Boxed back with my podcast of the week from Temple Beth Shalom in Ocala, Florida. Last night was the first night of Passover, and my family, as well as families all around the world, were celebrating the first Seder of Passover night. And my congregation tonight, like many congregations in the world, will be having a second night Seder as well. And one of the probably the key idea or message in the Passover story is freedom. God redeemed the Israelites out of slavery from Egypt, allowing them to cross through the Sea of Reeds on dry land to eventually wander in the desert to to the Promised Land. And of course, part of that wandering, we were at one point in that wandering, we were given the Torah at Mount Sinai, but it was during that wandering period in which we became a people. But the journey of our people to peoplehood and to settling in the land of Israel began with our redemption from slavery. And it's important to note that there are four main questions that we ask at the Passover Seder, and it begins with why is this night different from all other nights? And many people, many organizations have created Seders that come up with a fifth question or a sixth question or so on and so forth, because really Passover story, the four questions we ask, is really just an introduction to begin the conversation about what makes this night different from all other nights. And we end the Seder by saying, B'shana haba b'Yerushalayim, next year in Jerusalem. And obviously, this links us to our ancestral home, the fact that we were freed from slavery and we journeyed to our home to settle in the land of Israel. But there's so much more, many more questions to think about. We live in a world today in which there are people around the world who are still enslaved or in some sort of servitude. There are countries around the world that enslave their own people or abuse and you know, either put in jail or even kill their own people simply for protesting. Even our own country, the United States of America, we have lots of people within our own country, citizens and not citizens, who are struggling to live their lives in freedom or with freedom. And that doesn't even begin to talk about the people who don't have the resources financially or food or water or clothing or places to call home within our country as well. So another aspect of this Passover Seder is, anyone who is hungry, please come in and eat. We open our Seder doors for anyone. And I think that sometimes that particular aspect of the Passover Seder is forgotten by some people in some places. I know that when I think of the Passover Seder that my congregation puts together, it's not a fundraiser. I know there are some congregations that use it as a fundraiser, but in my opinion, the Passover Seder is a chance for us to get together and provide an opportunity for people who don't necessarily have that opportunity, not just to learn about the story of Passover, but also to be in a community of people who are like minded, who are coming together to celebrate the same things, to commemorate the same things, but also it gives us a chance to remember that we were slaves at one point, and on Passover, we're not slaves. Our freedom allows us to be equal, if you will, to all other peoples in our freedom, in our attempts to speak of redemption of not just our story, but also all people who may find themselves in need of redemption. Um, At one point in the Seder, we lean. And why do we lean? Because at the time of the first Seders, so we're talking, second, third century CE, um, people were not equal, and the rich people were the ones that leaned to the left. And as a reminder to us that night, that these nights of Seder, we're all equal. We're all rich, we're all poor, we're all hungry, we're all not hungry. And this provides us again the opportunity to recognize that slavery led us to freedom. And we say we must remember on Passover, we must act as if we were there, as we were still getting redeemed from Egypt. It's a constant theme, a constant theme. Our redemption didn't just happen once; it happens every year, and we need to be reminded every year that freedom comes with certain responsibilities and challenges, and it is up to us to make sure that our children learn the stories and about the challenges and about the responsibilities as well. That's my blog for this week. If you are one that celebrates Passover, I wish you a Zis Pesach, Chag Kasher Sameach, and I'll be back again next week.